Hello, hello. Today I'm sitting in for Maureen Kaveke. My goodness, will I fit in these shoes? My goodness. Wow, this is Autism Disability Africa show. And this morning or afternoon or even evening, depending on wherever you are, we are here just to know more about this thing. I just want to get to the depth of this thing. My name is Faith Mulei, and today I'm so privileged to have the chairman mwenyewe ako kwa board. Hey, mazesi nimefanikiwa, but I've done my best. Nimeteseka kutafuta huyu mtu. Yeah, and I kept on calling Maureen. Sasa, hey, naweza ongea na director. Hi Maureen, can I get director? But today, mimi na yeye tuko hivi. Nimempata siku ya leo, na siku ya leo nataka tujue hii kitu, what's all about this thing they are doing with Maureen. They do it with a lot of passion, and I ask myself, how do they manage this thing? How has he dealt with disability in his home? My goodness, he's here. You tell us. He will explain. He will expound. Ish. Karibu sana. Wow. Mazee, tumenisumbua kukupata.
Hizo zote ni zangu. Oh my God. Hizo zote ni zangu.
Actually, I will love to take Maureen for dinner date.
Please do.
Mazee, umenisumbua sana kukupata. Unajua nataka kujua hii kitu in depth.
Yes.
Maureen ananiambia, Faith, as much as I know this thing,
Yes.
there is the pioneer of this thing.
Yes.
You need to get him.
Yes.
You need to know more about this thing through him.
Yes, Faith.
Getting this guy.
Eh?
Like digging a gold. But then it was not easy.
But finally I'm here.
But you are here today.
I am here.
I am I'm so happy. I'm so delighted.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to talk to you because mazee, kuna show ingine I did with Maureen last week but one.
Yes.
And the thing was like Maureen ananiuliza, how do I take this thing?
Yes.
I gave her my perception,
Yes.
but again I said, wacha niache kupeana yangu na kuna mtu amepitia hii kitu. Can I get to know it from the source? But before we get there, let's get to know you. We don't assume that everybody knows you.
Wow.
Because you usually get new viewers
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
And I am believing and I am trusting by the time we'll be hearing this show, we
Yes.
will be having total different subscribers.
Yes.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Faith.
Yes.
Wow. Hizo zote zilikuwa zangu, eh?
Ni vile umenisumbua.
I'm really humbled. I'm really humbled.
Yes.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending from where you're watching us from. My name is Martin Kilavi. I am the organizational head of Oshidis Disability Africa, where this show, Oshidis Disability Africa, is a subsidiary, is part of the big organization, which is Oshidis Disability Africa show. And yes, I am a parent. I am a single dad to
Wow.
to two children who are abled differently.
Yes.
That's what you prefer calling them. Yeah, and the dear and yeah, we are making the world.
Wow.
We are making the world look more beautiful.
Wow.
Yes.
I allow me to be a bit personal. How did you get yourself being a single parent? And we know very well, kids come from two parents. I'm sorry to be personal.
Niliachwa.
No kaachika.
Nikaachika. Yeah, that's a good
It's not a
question.
loving matter.
It's a good question, Faith. And
Yes, because I just want to know, how did you get yourself being a single parent? Yet we know the children, for you to get a child,
it
you
takes
have
two to tango.
to two lovers to uncle. But Martin Kilavi is here doing it all alone. My friends, how did you get yourself
Yes.
in single parenthood?
Yeah, exactly. It takes two to tango. So I
Yes.
was once married, and that's how we got Joshua and Sarah. But things went south, and the marriage didn't work, and she left. She left, and for so many years now,
Mm-hmm.
I think now it's yeah, for so many years, I've just been doing parenting as a single dad.
Wow.
Yes,
How has it been for you?
very interesting, very exciting,
Wow.
very interesting and very exciting.
Mm.
Uh, you know, we are talking about raising children. Now they are young adults
Mm.
with special needs.
Mm.
And it gets very interesting because of the gender. Both genders are
I
represented.
know.
There's a male one, and then there's a female.
Mm.
So the dynamics are quite different, and the expectations and whatever we encounter, whatever we come by, is obviously different from the other. But very interesting, very interesting, and every day learning a new thing
Yeah.
out of this. Of course, there are challenges, but we get we are happy when we win over the challenges that come
Sure.
through.
True.
Raising these guys has not been a walk in the park, Faith.
True.
It's not been a walk in the park. They come with special needs. You have to train them on basics, right from toiletry, communication, leading them to independence, to self-reliance. And yeah, I want to say I'm glad because they've achieved quite milestones
Yeah.
towards the same, and gives me a kick because we've won over. Yes, it's not in vain.
I've told you, Martin, I'm sorry to be a bit personal
Go
today
on, go on.
because in our African culture, you
Yes.
find that when a man and a woman differ in marriage,
Yes.
when this thing is not working,
Yes,
speaking for myself,
yes,
I'll carry my children.
yes,
I'll go with my kids
yes,
because I feel they are more safer in my hands. I feel like the dad won't understand my daughter.
yes,
The dad will not nurture my daughter the way I want her to be nurtured. She won't be the woman that I aspire to see her in the future.
yes.
How comes your wife chose to leave your kids with you? I'm a bit personal. I'm sorry.
I'll try to answer you
Yes.
the best I can.
And the best you know,
and the
because
best
I know you know.
and the best I know.
Yes.
And I'll begin by saying a parent is not defined by the gender.
Okay.
I'll begin by
Wow.
saying that. That's the gender doesn't make you really a parent, doesn't define you as a parent. It's a responsibility, it's a commitment, it's a love. It's a willingness for you to parent,
Yeah.
the willingness for you and what comes with it to walk the journey.
Yes.
That would describe a parent more than the gender.
Wow.
And in my case,
Yes.
obviously, my partner may not have been so much committed because of actions later she left. And that's an indication, that's a clear indication of a level of commitment to this, to parenthood. Because here we are talking about parenthood.
Yeah, sure.
And then whoever remains, I think is more committed.
Lazima
and
ucheze hii ball
lazima
hata
ucheze
kama
kama
uko peke
wewe.
yako.
Yes, lazima ukwe kama wewe. And yeah, it's quite interesting, especially on my side, because we've been having stories of how men live. And the natural expectation
I
is
know.
the woman to remain with the
I
children,
know.
if not with the husband, but at least with the children. But mine is a bit spectacular because the reverse happened,
Wow.
and she left, and we are there with the children,
Wow.
making continuing to make a lemonade out of the lemon.
I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. You have to squeeze that juice out of that lemon.
Yeah, and it's
not
working,
easy.
and it's working, but it's working.
It's working, huh?
It's working. However, it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's been a journey which some very special friends have made it easy for us. They've come in through.
Actually, that's where I wanted to come to ask
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm an overthink. Allow me to overthink.
It
eh?
is okay.
You have Sarah with you.
Yes.
And there are those changes in life, and it becomes harder as the girls get growing.
Yes.
Because I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, just put it. Just be bare. Let's go bare knuckle.
I'm just trying to imagine. She has to change her pad. She has to. How do you deal with that? I don't want to put it in black and white, but how do you deal
I'll
with
help you
that?
put it black and white. Do you want me to do that?
Ish,
Okay, I'll be a bit polite.
better.
Yeah, in every growth of every girl child, she'll get to a place and she'll start experiencing differences in a growth, right? And some of these differences will affect our body directly.
Yes.
And of course, even a child with disability, the same thing will happen.
Yeah.
And they'll go through the menses part every month and all that. That's what
I
you're afraid of
know.
saying.
Yes.
Yes, and of course, my daughter goes through that. She's a girl. Of course, there are challenges which are a bit different from the other regular child, girl
Yeah.
child,
True.
because this one needs more of attention,
Yeah.
constant reminding, and all that.
Wow.
Of course, I've never been a girl,
Yeah.
so I do not know how to
I
do that.
know.
Besides that, I do not have a biological sister,
Wow.
so it's even getting more complicated, you
Oh
know.
my God.
But you know what? When God gives you something to deal with, He will send people your way that will come and work with you. The lady who just given you this seat, she's been very instrumental in that.
Wow.
And she's worked with not only Sarah, but the entire family,
Yeah.
together with her family. And again, there are other people like Mama Pajero, that's
Wow.
that's my sister, that's my covenant sister, and many more who have come our way and made things easy. They are working with the house helps that the hospital that we have, and through her they monitor how my daughter.
So in a simple way, you just delegated some duties to these
Absolutely, absolutely,
people.
absolutely. This is not something that you want to do by yourself.
Yeah.
You cannot do it by yourself.
I know.
You must call God to give you helpers, destiny helpers, so to speak,
Yeah.
that they'll come in and take this as a burden and walk with you.
Yes.
It's not going to be done by one person. And that's why every time I get an opportunity to get interviewed,
Yes.
I urge parents
Yeah.
who are blessed with children with special needs to involve themselves with like-minded parents, because you need a support system, you need
Yes.
a support group to help you. There are meltdowns. I mean, at times you go down.
Yeah.
We are all human, and this is not something that you want to do by yourself, because when you get burnouts, you need people to come and hold you up. So it's good to involve yourself in a support group, a group of people that you trust, because again, it comes with dangers.
Yes.
You are dealing with vulnerable children,
know.
and you don't want to give them to anybody.
Sure.
They are easily abused, so you must develop some strong support system,
Yeah. Sure.
which should begin right from your family. And family.
Yes.
Family.
This
This is your thing. This is your thing, family. You come first. You
Mama
support.
Pajero. Mama Pajero, Maureen Kaveke, and other ladies who have been there for
And
this
also
month.
men. They are oh.
I know, but let me tell you something. You
Yeah.
know, I'm so concerned with Sarah. God changes
complicated.
drastically.
Yes.
And they become complicated day in, day out.
Yes.
Because I remember one day my daughter wakes up and she's like, Mom, kuna kitu nimeona. Inafanyangwa aje? Akuwa amesomeshwa na mwalimu. And
Yes.
I hate to take that responsibility. I'm just imagining my husband taking that responsibility. It is not easy. And don't forget, Sarah is doing things differently.
Yes.
She's so enabled differently.
Yes.
You cannot order like, enda kwa choo, fanya 1, 2, 3. You have to give us some guidelines.
Yes.
And you are here and you cannot do it.
Yes.
So I feel like these ladies have done a lot.
They've done quite a lot. I
Yes.
do not know how to ever repay them
I know.
or ever saying thank you
Yeah.
to the level that I'll feel satisfied.
Yeah.
And that's why every time I get an opportunity to get an interview, I'll always call out their names just to appreciate them
Yeah.
for the amazing work that
I
they have done.
know.
And they've done it. I do not pay anyone to do that. You know that?
Sure.
They are not on my payroll. They do. They are not. They are not. They are not.
Ish.
Yeah, and they do it willingly, and,
Yeah.
and they follow up and ask how she's doing, how are the children doing, and
How
that's
often do they see them?
more or less every day.
Wow.
If they don't speak to them, they
What are
they'll see.
commitments?
It is a commitment. It is a commitment. It is a commitment.
Yes. Putting that aside,
Yes.
let's come back to these young gentlemen
Yeah.
before getting married,
Yes.
before getting to family life.
Oh my God.
My goodness. How are you taking this thing called disability or being enabled differently?
I was
How
vague.
was your perception?
I was vague. My mind didn't have any script of the same. I was vague completely. I didn't know about. I never even envisaged to be in a space where I would deal with disability, because all my life, my family, we do not have a case of disability. So this is something that is coming to me fresh. I'm not ready for it.
Had you mingled with such people before?
No, because even my going to school, I do not remember any case that I ever got to interact with somebody with disability.
Even before you got yours, you never
No.
interacted with such people?
No. Because
Wow.
because even then I didn't know my sister Mama Pajero. I didn't know my brother Michael Kilonzo. Yeah, no. I was vague. That's the only
What?
word I can use. I didn't have an idea.
You were so clueless.
Clueless, absolutely.
And then, boom, Joshua comes. He's so enabled differently.
And I'm a first-time parent. First-time parent. And then here he is, delayed milestones. It's time to crawl as come. He's not crawling. He's behaving quite different from the other children. He's holding, I still remember, he's got this obsession with this velvet cloth. It was black. And every time he's holding it here, he doesn't want to let it go. When we go out, he's still looking for it, and you put it somewhere, and then when we are out there, he'll fish it out from his pocket, and he's holding onto it. And I'm like, okay, this thing, what is it about?
At what point did you realize that my son is not okay?
Back in the days,
Yes.
Faith, back in the days, this thing was not so much. So there was a lot of stigma to it.
My God.
So you didn't want
can
to.
imagine.
There was a lot of stigma. The truth is, we are talking about 22 years
Yes.
ago. This thing was still a big issue. So you don't know who to go and ask. You do not know where to go. You're still, or even yourself, you are kind of embarrassed. You understand? You're confused. So that's what we went through. And that explains to you why today we have Ocean's Disability Africa.
Did you feel at some point hiding your son? Like, I don't want to go with him to church. I don't want to take him to places. I don't want people to see him.
Now, interesting, and I want to thank my parents so much. I want to thank my family because they didn't allow us to get there.
Wow.
They were always there. My dad, Papa was always there. My mom was there.
Wow.
My brother Bob was there. And was some. I mean, in as much as we did not have an experience of the same, but we all embraced Joshua,
Wow.
and that gave me strength.
Wow.
And that's why I keep on calling family.
Yes.
Support your own.
Yes.
You give them energy. You give them the right petrol to
Sure.
do this.
Yes.
Right from the basics. So I didn't hide Joshua. Neither did I ever hide Sarah. We went with them to church. But back in the day, the church that we went to,
Yeah.
that time, not the church I go to. Now today, the church I go today is very inclusive. But back in the days where we worshipped, there was a bit of a couple of people who felt this was something to do with a curse. This was something to do with witchcraft.
Discrimination.
Yes, and false accusations. And okay, it's okay, because I know they say that because they didn't have the right information about disability, especially intellectual disability, the unseen disability.
How, like now, the church is discriminating you. The people who should show you love, they are not. There is that kind of feeling where you get when you go to church.
Yes,
Maybe your people might not be so supportive.
yes.
But when you go to church, there is that kind of love, that kind of feeling, that kind of comfort. But Martin is here, he's not embraced.
Eh,
They don't want to see these children. Actually, they are not supposed to go to Sunday school because they might harm our children.
Not really harming, but
Yes.
somebody said,
Mm.
and that's somebody very close to my family. They said, "Do you want to hear this?
Close. Yeah.
Do you want to hear this? Do you want to hear this?"
Yes, I want.
They said our children cannot be with Martin's children because what they have is contagious, and they'll pass it to our children. Actually, in Swahili, they said wataambukiza ujinga, and that hurts. That hurts. That's very painful.
Very, very painful.
And I withdrew my children because it does not only hurt the children, it hurts the parent as well. So for a very long time, I withdrew my children, and we lived by ourselves for many years, no interaction whatsoever, until Kaveke came into the picture, and she allowed our children
Wow. To play with your children.
to be with my children.
Yes.
And then there's a gentleman that also did the same.
Mm-hmm.
Mwatu Kiume,
Mm-hmm.
Lucas Mwatu Kiume.
Mm-hmm.
He is so beyond the disability,
Wow.
and he allowed his children and his family to interact with my family.
Mm-hmm.
And this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. So
Director,
these guys, whatever they did was a game changer
Yeah.
to us,
Mm.
and they gave not only my children an opportunity
Mm.
to interact with their children, but they also gave their children
Mm.
an opportunity
Yeah.
to learn
Mm.
that there are others who are a bit different.
Mm.
Their behavior is a bit different,
Mm.
and the way they perceive things is a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And today, I believe Maurice's children
Mm.
are more richer.
Mm. Wow. Yeah.
Mwato's children
Mm.
are richer in understanding because they got an opportunity. And not only limited to that, there are many other children who have been given an opportunity to interact
Mm-hmm.
and to learn from children with special needs.
Mm.
That one, we call it inclusion.
Wow.
And that's why Oshidi Disability Africa was born to champion for the rights of children and youth with disabilities, and mainstream them to inclusion and make the community inclusive.
Today I want to be more personal.
Not again.
I'm asking those questions that Maureen can't.
Ask.
I'm asking those questions that you people you want to hear.
Go.
You are a single parent. You're this good-looking man.
Oh, thank
At
you.
some point,
Thank you.
did you get kamushi kana kuadmire, but the moment kana realize huyu jamaa anakuanga na watoto disabled kakarana away. I'm asking zile maswali Kaveke hizi liza.
No.
Oh.
No. Apparently, they get attracted because of the condition, the children. Because you see, when I came out with the
No.
yes, I don't know whether they're genuine or not, but that's because when I went out and became a public figure, now everyone knows my story, and I get a lot of calls and emails and all that. But
Wow.
what you have asked me, of course, they will go through the children, they say.
Wow.
So I don't know whether they're genuine or what. Is it about the children, or it could be either way, or
Wow.
it could be either way.
Eish. Kumbe kuna watu wazuri. Let me tell you something. There is those people who just look at you and admire how you are doing this thing, and they are like, and it is this simple.
Yes.
I just want you to encourage a parent somewhere as we wind up our show.
Thank you.
You encourage a parent somewhere, and at least, because as I said, when I was talking to Maureen, I told her there is someone we are in college with, and he told us in their community, they are still killing those children. They are still tying them with chains. They are still locking them in rooms
Yes.
because they are looking at this thing like a curse. They are looking at this thing like they don't deserve it.
Yes.
Martin, I just want to look at that camera and address parents out there. I don't know. You need y- talk to parents, someone with a
Asante.
disabled child.
Asante.
Yes.
Asante. Any parent watching us today,
Mm.
any parent listening to us today, this is what I have for you. I'm talking from a place of experience.
Mm.
And I want to tell you that one, you are blessed. You are blessed, highly blessed and favored. You see, what has happened to you is this: God has looked at you, God has seen something special that He put in you, and entrusted you with a child with special needs, who is fragile, who is vulnerable. And God saw faith, Mulei. Our capacity cannot handle that. And God gave her the easy way out. Easy way. But see, God trusted you and gave
Yeah.
you that. That's a privilege. I always look at it as a privilege. Some of us, we are blessed twice. We have been given 2 children with disabilities. We are blessed twice. Stop looking at this thing as a curse. Stop it. It's a huge blessing. It's a huge level, another level of God trusting you. Rise up to the occasion. Take responsibility. It is doable. We are here to walk with you.
Yes.
You see, guys, what has happened is I went through a lot of pain
Yeah.
to get to where I am. I've been called all sorts of names. I've been accused of all sorts of manner of accusations. And it is painful. I will not lie to anybody here that I've got a thick skin and that I don't cry. No. Especially when people that I believed and I thought would come through for me, when they come with this accusation, it hits me. It hurts to the bone. And it's very painful. But you know what? Over time, I said, I'm not going to waste my pain. I'm not going to waste my pain. My pain, I'll use it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, I'll use my pain, whatever I've gone through, to make life easy for another parent who is in this space. And that's how we got born this Autism Disability Africa organization. It is for you guys. It is for you, this organization. The show is for you guys. We do not want to waste the pain that I went through. We are sharing that pain, turning it into joy, bringing life back, and giving you a hope. Guys, we can do this. We are ready to do this. We have a couple of programs for your children tailored at Autism Disability Africa. We have 5 pillars that we have identified. And that is where we have anchored our program on.
Yes.
Inclusive education, health and rehabilitation, social inclusion, livelihood, and empowerment.
Yes.
You see, what is happening is this. We will identify your child who has got special needs, and we will look at where in these 5 pillars your child can benefit. If it is in education, we have been visiting schools and making the schools and the heads and everybody in that place aware of the existence of a learner with disabilities. We have made the places adaptable. We have put structures and put ramps for your children to access classrooms.
Wow.
And we've made the toilets here in Athiriva Moso. We visited
Wow.
Longo Primary School. We were the other day, we were at Athiriva Primary School. We've been to DBKMC. We've been to St. Paul's Primary School, among many other schools.
Yes.
And we are not tired. We are visiting more. Hata ukitaka tukuje kwenyu, we will visit, talk to the parents, train them on diet, disability, inclusion, and equity training, so that the school and the fraternity will be ready for your child with special needs. The other pillar we are working around is health and rehabilitation. There are children with cerebral palsy. They need therapies. They need medication.
Yes.
We are assisting a lot. We have many that have been put on Epilin, that is a medication, and many other as prescribed by the doctor. We will facilitate and help you access access in Autism Disability Africa.
Wow.
Yes. Because when we take your child, we take them on a program for 3 years. We'll do evaluation after 3 years. Yes. After 3 years, we see how best this child has benefited. we do not do this alone. We work together with Cheshire Disability Services Kenya, and who are strategic partners of Liliane Funds in Netherlands. So we are a big network.
Yes, yes. The prayer of my heart is that God blesses this guy with a long, long life, because he has been a blessing to our nation. He has been a blessing to this world, because he has stood out to be counted. You have stood out to be that man that the world is missing.
Asante.
Wanaume unajua mnajifichanga na kusema unajua mimi sijuani na watoto. Martin amejuana na wake. Yes, akona Joshua hapa kwa hapa, unawapatanga they are playing keyboard, unapata wengine huko kina Sara wanapika na baba yao. So in a very special way,
Yes.
I want to thank you, I want to appreciate you, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being a father to your children. Thank you for playing both sides of being a mother and a father, because I know, Maureen, they don't sleep in your home.
No, they don't.
Mama Pajero doesn't stay in your homestead.
No.
They only come like during the daytime.
Yes.
But at night you are there, bamba to bamba with your children.
Yes.
So in a very special way, feel appreciated.
Asante.
And
Asante.
I'll visit your children.
Anytime.
When I was with Maureen, nilimrequest anilete kwako, lakini pia ni kama yana ni doji vile umekuwa ukinicheza. You know, you people mmekuwa nadra bwana kupatikana. But since we are in communication with Maureen,
You're most welcome.
nitakuja kuona hawa majamaa wakitoka shule.
Anytime you're most
Ukuje
welcome.
tupike hiyo chakula na
Sasa unajua Joshua anapika?
Do you know, I was telling Maureen, I look at Joshua vile ana play keyboard, na mimi Faith akili timamu, mikono mbili zinaweza coordinate mikono na siwezi cheza keyboard. Sijui ati mpaka ananicheka, anaona kama ni obvious. So thank you so much, Mr. Director. God bless you. Yes, our viewer, we want to thank you, we want to appreciate you, we want to thank you for walking the journey with this family. And we want to request, kindly, we are requesting, amply requesting, that you make Autism Trusts. I mean, yes, Disability Africa to be your own. Make sure you share their content wherever you can share.
Yes.
Hata ukipata comment za mtu Churchill amekomentiwa vitu mingi, post their content there, because we need the world to know about this thing.
Yes.
Because this is the thing that has put many families down. They don't know where to take their children. They don't know what to do with them. But these guys, they are here for such parents. Wazazi msifinyilike. Tuko na Martin hapa, anaweza patikana 24 hours. Ukimtafuta unampata. And the good thing with them, imagine they are walking the journey with you. Oh my God. They are making this thing look so simple. Yes, they walk the journey with you. So thank you so much for your time. It was pleasure having you, Mr. Director.
Asante sana.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.